Transform your body and unleash your best self. I think we can all agree that when we're feeling good and healthy, that's going to bring out our best self, right? I know the times that I've been heavy in the past, and I have been heavy in the past, it's an uncomfortable feeling. Clothes aren't feeling good anymore. Well, it's a very frustration. So it's a big frustration. But before we get into that, I want to share with you my biggest offer right now. I'm testing a new program right now. It's a free online program, and I'm testing. And if anyone's interested, please let me know. We can do a 20-minute discovery call and to see if it's a fit. So just message me. My number's on the screen here. It's also should be in the description of the video. And it's basically an online approach. But the first 20 minutes, we do a discovery call, and then I set you up in an online atmosphere. I'm doing that because I've been working with this great guy, Dylan. He's a marketer and stuff. And sometimes I know that sometimes it's really hard for people to make that connection between, maybe you don't know the coach that well and trust yet. And going from like an online to like a full-on coaching. And that's where I feel like I can really make the biggest impact with you is if you and I met on the phone or Zoom every week for a year. So I just feel like in my heart, that's where I can really make the most transformation for you. So, but if you are in that spot where if you feel like, hey, that's the kind of program I want, that's the kind of client I want someone that really wants to make a transformation, really wants to take a year of their life to do it. We just both commit to each other for a year, and every week for 52 weeks, we just roll together, and I walk with you hand in hand in this journey. We review your challenges and your victories every week. That's what I feel is my best offer. But it all starts with a 20-minute conversation. So wherever you're at on your journey, do a volume check. Wherever you're at on your journey, consider reaching out to me for a complimentary discovery call. This is where we will get to know each other, and I have a few questions I can ask to dig into your goals and get you connected to your goals, so I can find out what's important to you with physically and why it's important to you. Sometimes we have reasons like you don't want to have diabetes because you want to be around for your kids and your grandkids. And just something like that. That's a big reason. That's a very powerful enough reason to do something, to take action, if that's what you want to do, if that's what you want to take action. So I feel like either way I can help you. It all starts with the discovery call, right? So just consider that right there, please. Then, so I'm just going to share with you a couple key things on basically what I call the 5 fundamentals to training, right? So I feel like, my mentor once said to me that in any major life area, if you leave a comment, I'll get it later. I'm not, all the comments aren't funneled into one thing, and I'm streaming across different social medias. But in any major area of life, there are basically only like a half a dozen things that, if done properly, you master the fundamentals, you have success. So for example, with fitness. So I feel like with fitness, we have maybe 5 things that basically, if you follow the principles within these areas, we're going to be successful, right? 5 things: exercise, nutrition, recovery, supplementation, and mindset. Now, sometimes it's not what we know, it's what we do. And a lot of times that's where coaches come in. Because why is it, I feel like we live in an age, 2024 is the time of this video, and we have, I'm not sure how many people are on the planet, at least a little over 8 billion people on the planet. 38.75% of all those people are categorized as obese. Twice as many of those people are just straight up overweight, not obese. So they're transitioning. Some of them are transitioning from healthy to overweight to obese. So 38.75 of, so that's basically, just bring it down to the smaller numbers. About 38 to 39 people out of 100 are technically obese, higher than a BMI of 30. You can look that up online, or higher than what's healthy for body fat. There's two ways to measure fat: body fat percent, but you can also measure body mass index. It's two totally different things, but you can use whichever one you think you best fit in. I love body fat percent, but I also see a place for body mass index as well. So that its purposes. So we want you to be in a healthy body. What we want is to help that healthy lifestyle to transform your body. I want you to go through your life having a healthy lifestyle, right? That's the thing. Focus on healthy lifestyle. I'm just going to share with you the fundamentals of that. So if you have a pen, paper, you might want to write it down. It's training, nutrition, recovery, supplementation, and mindset. It's not, I don't think somebody can make a case that it's going to be outside of that. I mean, there's other millions of tips and strategies inside of that, but I feel like those are the key components of fitness, right? So with training, I'm going to briefly break them down for us. I'm not going to be too long, but I'm just going to make a couple points to share. So with training, say, for example, we have a twin engine airplane, 2 engines on the airplane, strength training and cardiovascular training. Now, not including, say the plane is going along, both engines going, then that's going to be good. Say if we only have one engine working on the airplane, just cardio, right? How efficient will the plane be? Not as efficient as if we have both engines going. So my feeling is that if we have cardiovascular and strength training in our programs, we're going to have a powerful program. Does that make sense to you? Right? Okay. Step number 2, nutrition. Imagine for a moment that we want to build a 2-story house from scratch. Now imagine if we only had half the materials necessary to build the house. How far would we get? Think about that. How far would we get if we only had half the materials necessary to build the house? We wouldn't get very far, right? So it wouldn't be a very good house. So the foods that you and I eat on a daily basis, I feel like, are the supplies that goes towards building our house. Does that make sense? So the foods that you and I eat on a daily basis are the supplies that ultimately build our body. Right? Makes sense? Okay. So that's why it's so important. A couple of documentaries I encourage you to consider watching on that, but I don't want to get too deep into it on this video. I love getting deep on it though, but it's just not the time or the place right now. I just want to get you thinking about it. Just want to get you thinking about it. That's the thing. We are what we think about. If you put time and energy into thinking about how you can live healthier, what things can I eat to be healthier? What kind of questions are you asking ChatGPT? Ask it, what can I do better? How can I eat healthier? Ask what are you thinking about on a day-to-day basis? So if you are thinking about it, you'll seek out that information. So one thing, if you're seeking out information on nutrition, one thing I encourage you to watch, I encourage a lot, everybody, I encouraged someone this morning to watch this documentary. And the name of the documentary is The Game Changers, THE Game Changers, THE Game Changers. I know it streams on Netflix, it's on YouTube, and I'm not sure wherever else it is, but The Game Changers, right? Because how we eat, you're not going to get all this information in there, but when you dig deep enough, if you're hungry enough and motivated enough to discover more about nutrition, I feel like you're going to find out it affects how we our health, it affects the environment, and it affects the animals. So something to think about. So we have talked about training. We talked about nutrition. Number 3 is recovery. Over the past several years, I've had the opportunity to train 3 different neuroradiologists, and they know a lot about sleep studies, brain health. They have all said 7.5 to 9 hours sleep a night. So that's what I'm budgeting in my time. That's what I strive for. I don't get it every time. I've screwed it up many, many times in the past. But I'm really, I'm 55 right now. I'm really just trying to make an effort to get that sleep every night, because it's just, it's a big part of health. It's a big part of brain health. It's a big part of health, body health, just keeping our stress to a minimum. You can handle a lot more in your day when you're rested. When you're not rested and few days build up, multiple days build up, and you're not rested, it can just crush you. This can happen. And you crash. So let's don't let that happen. All right. 7.5 to 9 hours sleep a night. So we talked about exercise, nutrition, recovery, supplementation, and mindset. I'm not going to get too deep into supplementation, but just basically, I break down them into 2 different categories: nutritional supplementation and enhancement performance supplementation. When it comes to nutritional supplementation, that's like a shake or vitamin B12 or vitamin D. Enhancement performance supplements can be like creatine, fat burners, prescription medications, things like that. And the last but not least is the mindset. So if you could wave a realistic magic wand, we'll do a little exercise together. If you could wave a realistic magic wand and you could have your body, your health, your energy, any kind of way you wanted it to be, what would that be like for you? Think about that. Think about it. If you could have it any kind of way you wanted it to be, that's a good thing to think about. I encourage you to consider getting clear on that image. You can do this right now. You don't have to wait on anything to do this right at this moment. Think about it. What do you want? Then, if you can, write it down. Get clear and specific on the goal, everything about it, right? And then in your mindset, write this little affirmation / prayer down. I am happy and grateful now that I am, and then you fill in the blank. So I'm about 175 right now. I want to gain 10 pounds of muscle. I'm happy and grateful now that I am 185 pounds, 6 or 7% body fat, feeling strong and healthy like a supple leopard. And then you can go on and say other things. Thick brown hair, 20/20 vision, perfect teeth, supple skin. So think about the things I want. You can create your body very similarly how you have a blueprint to a building that you're going to build, whether it's a residential home or a commercial building. Before building a brand new structure, you have a blueprint. They know where everything is going, including the outlets, every little thing. Same thing with our physiques. If you can dial in your fitness blueprint, you're going to have a great success. And you know what? That's what I feel like a year of me with coaching. You and I meeting every week on the phone or Zoom. You're gonna become that fitness lifestyle. It's almost like, remember that exercise when you have your hands together and you put one string around, like this lesson might be one string, right? And yeah, you learned something, you got something out of it, but tomorrow you could break away, right? But what happens if you and I meet on the phone or Zoom every week for a year, and we go over your challenges and your victories, and we walk hand in hand into a healthy fitness lifestyle together? Every week, you're reinforcing behaviors and habits. And at the end of that year, you're not going to be able to break away from those healthy habits. Does that make sense? So if this or anything intrigues you about what I've talked to, and you want to go to the next level, please reach out to me about our 20-minute complimentary discovery call. Have lots of things I'm testing, and I just want to get some people some success. So if you're looking for some success, please head on over here because I am wanting to help you get some success, right? So, all right. I was looking for a sound effect for that, but it didn't. How about that? Got a new sound machine, just having fun with the strings. So, all right. So that's about it. So any questions, let me know. Any questions or concerns about anything health and fitness, exercise, training, nutrition, recovery, supplementation, the coaching. I do have other free offers, fit.fitness. If you type in fit.fitness, fit.fitness, I have a 7-day free program and a 21-day free program. It's all email based. This 7-day free program is all email, text based. I mean, it's text based, like you read it. And the 21-day program, each lesson is a video lesson. You watch and listen to it. So whatever you're into, you can do both at the same time. They're both for free, right? On the online program, I have the online program I'm testing. I just want to get some people in it. I'm not even charging anything for it right now. Just reach out to me for a 20-minute discovery call. I'm going to put you in this group right here. And every week, right now, next week, I have 3 times set up where I'm going in and doing specific group coaching to this group. And you can be in it and you can ask me questions and anything. And it's just more support for you and just trying to move the ball forward, get us moving in a positive direction, right? So if you have any questions on anything that I've talked about, please let me know. That's it for now, and I'll be back. And remember, as I say on my YouTube channel, if you have any interest in that, I didn't put links inside the description of this video because sometimes links slow down the algorithm. I don't know. I'm just testing some things, but this is the YouTube channel here. And at Mark Saunders 3854, at Mark Saunders 3854, where I talk about fitness and finance. So the saying, and I'm going to get a little jingle going, is that health is wealth. And that's what we're talking about here. More than anything, it's not just about having a lean body, having lots of money, right? But what happens if you have lots of money or assets, but you don't have our health? To me, that would just feel like a tragedy. So fitness and finance, that's why I'm just sharing ways to better our fitness and better our finance, right? So health is wealth, cash flow is king, cash is queen, and credit is freedom. So think about that for a second. Health is wealth, cash flow is king, cash is queen, and credit is freedom. And I'll see you on the next lesson or the next session. Bye for now. Be blessed.